Coming up, these two musicians are putting Kingsville on the map.
And students learn about the consequences of alcohol.
This episode of the Javelina Broadcast Network starts right now. Hello, Javelinas. Welcome to this episode of the Javelina Broadcast Network. I'm your host, Briana Beltran.
And I'm Liliana Peña. Let's get right into the news.
Two students from the TAMU Clarinet Studio have been pushing their envelope with their bass clarinet duo, Quantum Spawn. Our campus editor, Mariana Soria, has all the details.
Hey Javelinas, we're here at the School of Music's Recital Hall, where we interview two individuals that show us that big dreams can come from small places. Can you tell me how Quantum Spawn came to be?
So initially, Rudy and I, we were from the same high school, Eagle Pass High School. You know, we met there. We started talking about music there and hang out and all that. And initially, it was just for fun, just playing random duo pieces, usually Jonathan Russell music. And when we both got here to college, we decided to take advantage of the resources that we had here that we didn't have in Eagle Pass to take it a step farther, and we've come a long way since then.
What are some achievements that you've made as you've created Quantum Spawn?
So none of this happened overnight. I think we officially became Quantum Spawn spring of 2022 when we made our first submissions for the International Low Clarinet Festival and for the Texas Music Educators Association to go perform there. And we weren't expecting much, but they accepted us. We went, we performed, we got our names out there, and that gave us a lot of confidence and motivation and really helped us realize our potential as low clarinetists.
How do you hope to inspire younger musicians that look at you and say, wow, that's what I want to do in the future?
One way is transparency. I'm sure as Rudy is going to tell you, transparency goes a long way. Social media, is this illusion of the best moments of people's lives, but no one really ever has it as good as, you may think they do.
I'm wondering, what are your next achievements, your next big step that you hope to do?
I mean, me and Leo pretty much have like about 2 to 3 or 4 years planned out now in terms of Quantum Spawn and what we want to go with it. But I think we just want to continue to perform on that global platform because I think, like he said, we've gotten a bit more confident and we do feel like, we can share our talents with the world now. And yeah, I think it's just stepping up where we play and how we do it, especially how we do it. Because, yeah, we've done great in the past, but I know with how we're growing, we can definitely keep stepping it up.
What is something you would say to younger musicians to inspire them?
Life is hard. It's not going to be easy. It's never easy a lot of the times, but if you really want it, it's there for you. You just have to have the courage to want it enough.
That's all from me. Now back to the desk with Briana and Liliana.
Now, for everyone's favorite segment, Hoggy Highlights, the TAMU Art, Communication, and Theater Department hosted their play, The Hidden Hawaiian Fortress, as their annual children's show for 2024.
Campus Activities Board hosted a live magic show at the Enso Ballrooms featuring Dustin Dean.
Now, before we step into our biggest story of this episode, here's a quick word from our sponsors.
Welcome to the Javelina Media Experience.
Hello, Javelinas. Welcome back to the second half of the Javelina Broadcast Network. I'm your host, Liliana Peña.
And I'm Briana Beltran. Let's get right back into the news.
With the stress of midterms looming over, some students have engaged in unhealthy habits to combat the stress. However, Pet Talk and Student Health and Wellness hosted Tropical Temptations, an event that aims to educate students on the consumption of drugs and alcohol. Our co-editor-in-chief, Christopher Olivarez, is at the scene.
Hey Javelinas, we are here at Sober Spirits / Tropical Temptations, where students and faculty have come out to showcase safety and sobriety ahead of spring break. Do you feel that this event is impactful for students, especially like the younger ones, like the freshmen and stuff, as they go into their first spring break of college?
Yes, this is very important. It allows them to get more knowledge about what to be wary with when it comes to spring break, how to engage, how to be safe, because they are freshmen, they don't have that many life experiences yet, so it helps them understand what needs to protect them during the spring break. Yeah.
Alrighty, so Lieutenant, can you tell us how important it is for students to practice sobriety ahead of spring break?
It's important just to understand because what happens is when they're drinking, they're settling into the intoxication, so they think they're okay, and that's why your friends kind of get a little bit upset at you because they think they're fine and they're not fine. So by showing them the Fatal Vision glasses while they're sober and doing the walk and turn test shows them that, hey, that this is what it could do to you.
And then what is your message in terms of safety to students as they go into spring break?
It's important because I feel that they should be well informed of just protecting themselves, right, against any STDs, pregnancy prevention. If they're not ready for a family just yet, we're able to help them with all of that. So yeah, it's really important that we're out there promoting our services.
Lastly, as a senior, what is the message you'd like to give to freshmen as they go into their first spring break of college?
Okay, I guess just relax. I know midterms are coming up. Try and study, but make sure that you're just spending really time relaxing as much as possible, because this is your week to just kind of calm down, kind of take a break from all the homework you've been having. So yeah, you can study towards the end of spring break, but just remember you're also taking you time for yourself.
This has been Chris Olivarez, back to the desk with Briana and Liliana.
Thanks, Christopher. Now, for all our sports fans out there, it's time for our sideline reports with co-sports editor Jacob Daniels.
Hey Javelinas, it's your co-sports editor, Jacob Daniels. Let's get into some sports news. On March 22nd, Javelina Beach Volleyball is traveling to Stephenville to take on Tarleton State University. So make sure to go and support as much as you can. On to more sports news. Our nationally ranked women's tennis team is at home today, March 18th, taking on UT Permian Basin. So go out and support these amazing female athletes. And lastly, on March 23rd, our track and field team are headed to Texas A&M Invitational at College Station. So make sure to stay tuned for those results. That's all for Sideline Reports. Now back to the desk with Liliana and Bree.
Thank you, Jacob. Don't forget to subscribe to the Javelina Media Experience for more news on campus, and don't forget to pick up your copy of the South Texan. I was your host, Briana Beltran.
And I'm Liliana Peña. Thank you for watching this episode of the Javelina Broadcast Network.